Hello and welcome to Seton's Clutch. This is a 2v2 with some extremely good players. Maybe their names are not too familiar, but if it's 2500, it's Blackheart with interesting name Narcissus playing from Rock. On his team, he's got Goatsy for Life, who is actually Petric. So these two are the two best players in BC. Bad Company Clan, or perhaps even the two best players on FAF today. Uh, yeah, they're definitely way up there. You can tell by their scores, their ratings. They're taking on Walrus and Swagosaurus Rex. These two players are Blodir. I'm assuming based on color, this is Blodir, and this is Napalm. So Napalm and Blodir, two players who are not as good on paper as the bottom side, but you can never count them out, especially in team games. They're extremely good. See what they do. Interesting setup for this 2v2. We see they decided not to start beach and rock. They went with middle and rock. So this actually allows for a pretty big opportunity to drop if you're Swagosaurus, if you're Napalm. Dropping in this position, trying to take beach, and also holding on to this position with the Navy might be difficult for the bottom side. Same thing for the top. But what we're seeing early on, I'll slow this down. We got a bomber out for Goatsy, and those two engineers just ate it. That's not very good. See rapid fire bombing. I'm not a big fan of this, but some flak now coming out. Well, you can see Blodir definitely set back by that bomber. One thing, this is actually very aggressive from Blodir. From Goatsy, from Petric. He just ran as if this was a 4v4. And now, oh, this is even more painful. Yeah. So Walrus is going to bleed over mass. Goatsy probably as well. They're probably going to overfill their allies. Not too much mass storage at this point. So this is where the allies need to make power and engineers to use up all that mass as fast as possible. Because whatever mass you suck up, you'll deny the other player. So definitely a 4 versus 4 situation in the middle here at a little after minute 3. So one more kill. Nope. 3 very big engineers killed by that bomber from Petric. Looking at the two rock players, no sign of Navy yet. Looks like so interesting. It's gonna be Aeon versus Cybern, both Seraphim in the middle. Aeon's gonna be very strong with restores. Also, Swiftwind's very powerful at Tech 2. In terms of Navy, having missile ships, if this becomes a long game, it'll be a big advantage. There's finally some scouting from Narcissus. And one thing I want to look for is drops. I want to see transports and crazy bases, things like that. Meanwhile, in the middle, two ACUs just going at it. Most of the mass is gone, although a couple of pieces still left over. Some flak still. This is so weird. Typically on Seton's, on these games, you see a lot of factories, but this base lost its early NGs. Also, it looks like Narcissus way ahead on power. I'm sure he's bleeding some over to Goatsy. Actually, the whole top side are in a power deficit. And here comes a drop. If this drops is successful, it will be, where is it? Up on the top here. 2 inties. I think this is enough of an entourage here from Swagosaurus to get this transport through. There's also transport from Goatsy. And you can see the transports for this bottom side all going down. They're trying to take map control. What the heck? Oh, that was a good move from Napalm. However, there are bombers now coming in, so this is definitely found out. Looks like the way the bottom side is playing, I'm going to slow it down while I'm at +4, is Narcissus has taken over all of air responsibility. Goatsy will take the beach. The back will be taken by Narcissus. And you see how powerful these drops are. A lot more mass extractors taken by the bottom side relative to the top side, who did not make drops to go back. Also, that early engineer was cut out by Goatsy. In the middle, I'm assuming some Tech 2 upgrading. Looks like the gun. Surprising. This is Tech 2. So we should expect some aggression with ACU from Petric. Could be a mistake. We got a 4, 5 Tech 1 Land Factory build. And this will be critical. If Napalm can get a foothold, build up a whole bunch of tanks, arty, and deny a large chunk of this map. Also, attention will be diverted. And if Petric wants to go with his ACU to the front, he needs to have as much attention as he can possibly have. In terms of power, looks like it's very even now. Looking at Napalm's base, just getting to Tech 2. Actually went Tech 2 with his ACU. And yeah, here's a drop from Narcissus. Just a single drop. In terms of Navy, yeah, this is good to see from Blodir. He's going to build Navy from mid to try to counter Narcissus. However, this could be an issue. If that PD is finished, it will be very annoying. On the bottom here, 2 factories down, a couple engineers still alive. But you can see this is a counter from the bottom side from BC. Gunned ACU, gunned and Tech 2 from Blodir. This ACU very late. Looks like he's already got the gun, he's going to get Tech 2. And use of floating arty to try to deny this early Navy, but so many Tech 1 naval factories from Blackheart. PD is successful, factories planned, and yeah, it looks like Napalm got overwhelmed here on the bottom. In terms of Navy, Tech 2 Navy destroyers coming out for Swagosaurus. From Napalm, it doesn't look like he's really going to be challenged at all. 2 ACUs really going at it. Very dangerous by Blodir. He's almost trapped. I think he should be dead. No, he should be trapped, and it doesn't look like he was. That was a big lost opportunity from Petric. Looks like he didn't want to kill Blodir. There's no excuse not to have killed him there. Also, got to keep in mind the Aeon player here. You can easily have Tech 2 Aeon Mercies. And here's a submarine actually from Petric. This is not a good situation for Blodir. And in terms of the naval battle, looks like Blackheart has made a lot more. Looks like there's already here finally his secret base will be taken care of. However, these Manta, very good looking Manta. Big nuisance in the back. Back to Blodir, he's now under 1,000. Finally got some subs to take care of the threat. And the Navy from Napalm, who's now ahead of everybody on mass income, ahead of everybody on power. He's got destroyers coming in. Let's see what these destroyers can do. They can perhaps plug up the hole in the middle, maybe take out some mass extractors. But probably their primary target would be any early Navy from Petric. If you can deny an ocean, you're going to be in good shape. Doesn't look like... yeah, there is no Tech 2 Navy here, unless there's a big air intervention. I think this Tech 1 Navy from Blackheart will have no problems as Petric continues to push through. It's mostly just Tech 1, so a couple of PDs should stop it. Don't see too much yet. There's finally some Tech 2 engineers. And yeah, this is definitely very late from Petric. The secret drop coming in. Oh, this is 36 health. I would not get on that transport. That's a suicide mission. Interesting choice. Some submarines from Napalm, who's still ahead on mass, really taking hard. Has resource allocation now going Tech 3 Air. So Tech 3 Air pretty early, minute 14 here from Napalm. Let's see what kind of impact that can make. Looks like Blodir has now been completely pushed out of the water, well, except for his ACU. Making Tech 2. Jeez, this survivor right here. Yeah, he's going to be in trouble. If there were more Tech 1 subs, which there aren't any, he'd be dead. Meanwhile, Napalm, absolutely no problems. Probably should switch to cruisers. Although destroyers also could be decent. They can walk on land. But otherwise, lots of Tech 2 mass extractors. A couple Tech 1s still left over. One right next to... yeah, Napalm definitely forgot to upgrade this one. Tech 3 Air now up. You can see a lot more engineers in different positions for Blackheart. This is one map I really don't want to play unless it's a 4v4. There's way too many things to do. Where's the Tech 2 Navy from Blackheart? I think the fact that he didn't make any is really making him quite weak. Just with a couple subs here. Blodir creating all kinds of problems. As they're seeing cruise missiles. And yeah, successfully taking out T2 mass extractors. Walrus now the lowest income of anybody. Looks like some power problems for a second. I'm assuming Blackheart getting resource allocation. He's got Aeon, he's got 2 of them. He's gonna go Tech 3 Air as well, but he doesn't even have Tech 2 Air now. So this Tech 3 Air production, you can see Napalm has now switched to strats. These strats could be a very big problem. Also Napalm putting pressure in the middle. Tech 1 bombers versus Tech 1 Navy. This only works against Aeon, who do not have anti-air standard on the frigate. You have to build a separate ship. Actually, probably the most underbuilt unit in the game. Strats coming out. Actually, that anti-air boat is very good. Strat coming into the middle. Where is it going to target? It's going to target the ACU. Yep. So that should make Narcissus Word. Of course, these players are hardcore, so they're definitely playing with no give. And this strat continued. Oof. The ASFs are going to begin, but looks like Napalm is going to attempt to deny it. Has a strat. Yeah, that was a lot of the build capacity there. 46 kills. Some Tech 3 gunships now coming into the middle. And destroyers really putting pressure. This is just not looking very good now. 66 kills. This is how you deny air production. As not enough Tech 2 flak. Finally some Tech 2 flak coming out. Tech 3 gunships going at it. 5,000 health left plus destroyers. And where's the strat? 72 kills. Is it going to come in for this final kill? I think it might have a chance. Yep, it does. 81 kills. So far, this is the MVP in the whole game. And now Blackheart is all alone, and he will have to reclaim this entire base. So the middle is going to be lost. Blodir with his ACU at half health will move through. In terms of eco, way behind on power. Blackheart looks like he's only got his resource allocations, although his mass income is now quite good. And oh wow, they're playing with give. I'm very surprised, but yeah, that's definitely going to make it a lot more even. You can see in terms of total mass incomes, it's actually very close. A little more for Blackheart. Gunships together with Navy and Blodir's ACU running through the middle, trying to do what the Share Until Death should have done. Cruiser, Aeon cruiser coming in. We want to definitely avoid that. And the floating arty versus Tech 1 Navy. Finally some Tech 2 Navy from Blackheart. He needs to get that, secure his ocean, make missile ships. Those will not win the game for you, but definitely grab map control. But still, for Blackheart, he's got this major problem. These whalers, Tech 3 gunships. The only way to take them out is ASF or Tech to Flak, and we saw what happened to the ASF production. So that wasn't that good. Meanwhile, looks like anti-nuke, more Tech 3 pigeons, more taking. And is Narcissus having more power problems? Looks like he is. He just can't afford that ASF. He has got too much mass for how much power he's got. As the gunships come in, what are they going to target? They will go after the mass extractors. Torpedoes requested by Blodir. I'm assuming he still has dreams of getting back into the Navy. He's got a major floating arty spam. Detective Flag coming up. Probably want to abandon that if you're... Although, yeah, this is a big amount of gunships. Tech 3 gunships is dominating. And now the crab people, destroyers. Those of you who have played Supreme Commander 2 know that this unit, at least back when I played it, was basically the greatest unit ever. You just make those. They go everywhere. They're also good in Supreme Commander 1. Torpedoes from Napalm. So Napalm really taken over. What he's done, he rushed Tech 3 Air. He denied Tech 3 Air from Blackheart. Killed Petric. And now with Tech 3 gunships and his navy taking out beach, Blodir has taken out middle, and now attempting to take back the top ocean. So the battle for map control on all fronts from Napalm. More Tech 3 pigeons, but Black are still way behind. Walrus probably should go home and get double resource allocation. That's what I would like him to do if I was his ally. ASF from Blackheart will deny the torpedoes. As the big problem for Blackheart is this force, which he really has nothing that he can do about it. You could maybe make 200 flares and try to just out micro, or Tech 3 land would be pretty good. Tech 3 gunships will be alright against this, but for that you need air control. Blodir walking in. Does he have a... I'm assuming he's got the missile launcher. So now with the missile launcher, he'll be able to take out a lot more mass extractors. No TMD in the main base from Blackheart. Floating arty spam continues from Blodir as ASF. So this will be critical of Blackheart attempting to fight off these gunships. So it looks like a couple of them died, but you can see the ones that survived. Whole bunch of kills. The destroyers, 7 destroyers here, continue to push ahead. The blazes, I guess if you can get behind them, they will not turn very quickly on land. Yeah, blazes, I guess, is a decent option. Get a whole bunch of them. More gunships coming in. And absolutely no fighting over Napalm and Blodir's bases. Very peaceful. Looks like in the back, some Tech 3 mass extractors. There's probably some very nice, juicy Tech 3 mass extractors here. And I guess if you have air control over these destroyers, you could use a couple of mercies to kill them. They do have a little bit of anti-air, but if you fly your ASF over them. And now we're gonna see blazes, yep, up close. And wow, this destroyer, secret. Another destroyer directly going at, yeah, and here are the missiles. ACU missiles, some TMD, emergency TMD going up. But that is gonna kill the mass income of Narcissus. And another thing, I bet the upside has a huge advantage on 35,000 reclaimed. Blackheart, 35,000 as well. Napalm, only 11,000. Could be a bit surprising. I guess this game's only 25 minutes. Not too much has been built. Harbies versus Destroyers. Obsidians as well. Looks like now 3 out of the 7 Destroyers have been killed. But that's kind of ridiculous that you have to use Harbies in the back here to save your base. An ASF battle. That I know Napalm's pretty good at this. It looks like. Oh yeah, he forgot to micro there. I think he gave it away. I thought he had it for a second, but now air control 2. Blackheart has Blodir isn't stopping. 115 kill ACU. He's going to snipe the Tech 3 factory. Oh no, that's Tech 3 mask extractor. So there's still a bit of a base here in the back for Blackheart, but for the most part it's just his rock spot. His island has got this entire ocean. Probably's got a whole bunch of reclaim if he wants to take it. But here at the edge of his base, he's got ACU with 124 kills and a missile launcher. T2PD is going up, trying to get a base, and thought they were going to get that. Yeah, they really wanted that piece of mass. Assuming, yeah, a bit of a mass stall there from Blackheart. With a lot of excess power. Gunships coming out. But now another wave of ASF from Napalm. They'll try to protect Blodir's ACU. And Blodir, I think, is going after... Well, here it's straightforward targets. If he kills these Tech 3 Pigeons, it's pretty much over. But this is a nice piece of teamwork. But critical for Napalm to win this air. I'm not really sure why we're seeing gunships here. Spamming a couple of mercies here would really punish this ACU. And this air battle extremely close. Yeah, devastation. I think Blodir got a little too deep. Attempt to hide in the pond. Is he sniping? Yeah, Tech 3 power is still the target. Going to half his health, under 10,000 almost. But no ASF from Napalm. And for whatever reason, I think the head's still sticking out. And I think, yeah, this missile will kill yet another Tech 3 P-Gen. Blackheart with his ACU going after Blodir. This is enough gunships to kill Blodir, but instead we're gonna see the strats from Napalm. Oh, and there goes Blackheart. 145 kills for Blodir, and this was a dominant performance by Napalm and Blodir. Very well played against two of the best players to ever play this game. Hopefully people enjoyed this one.